We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Check 3. Kill. We're going to 53. Hey, turn it out.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Kill. Hey. Whoa.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get out there. Here we go, 47. 9. Silver. He's coming. Here we go, going to 54. Why ain't? Here we go, going to 54. Why ain't? 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Intended for Amari Cooper. Incomplete. DeAndre Baker there defensively.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch. Line the mic. Crunch time, defense. Under. I got it.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 9. They were going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, going to 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Mike 9. Here we go, 46. Watch the screen. 26.
Prescott yet again. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken it. As they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ready. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's go. 14. Spill. Tackle. Shoot.
Now Jones on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jabal Sheard, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
First down, New York.
Ready? 8, read. Right there, 54 miles. Watch the back, watch the back. 161, matchbox lights. Right. Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Check down. First on travel. There we go. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
On the double. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. And we're pretty quiet.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Giants 3.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check safety. Check to work. Hey. 26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mark 96.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Dancing to his left. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, D. Check 43. Switch it. Come on, switch it. We're going to 54. Right in. Check the backer. 36. 26.
Now Elliott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Kill. Check. Kill. We're going to 53. 26.
Here's Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go 47. Watch the boot. Check 4. Here we go, going to 54. Line in. Press down. Here we go, going to 54. Line in. Crash. Check. Crunch. 26.
First down, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Shit. Then we're going to 53. 24. Check 24. Hey, watch it. Then we're going to 53. Gun. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Here's Prescott. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Mike. Here we go. 47. Go. Get out there. Hustle. Mike 96. Hey, D-line. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. Now he's forced out left. He'll run it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. Under.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Here we go. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. We're going to 54. Why in?
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Watch the curl. We're going to 54. Why in? 9, Mike, 9. Henry. Bang out.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, you tighten up. Slam, slam, slam. Like, shoot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. They'll throw again. He completes it to Tate. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Demir Bird in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Prescott on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
58's the mark. 58's the mark.
Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
We got 4. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Another try after the first down sack. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Fleming, and he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Mike 54. I got him. Deuce. Ready.
Jones throwing on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Throwing Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, exit. Mike 54.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Throw caught here by Bird. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 52.
This is Elliott. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard on the play.
Kill. Here go 46. 80 weapons. 6 is coming. We got Mike 96. Bravo. Mike 96. Watch the run. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Steps and a big loss here as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Tate. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Jones. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fleming. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Prescott. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Big Ed. 47. Lucky. Watch twins. We're going to 54.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Safety screaming. Everybody kill.
Throwing, Prescott. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll get 34 yards there. From the pistol, here's Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
58 to Mike. Then we're going to 53. Check 9, check 9. He's crashing. He's checking. We're going to 54, going to 54. Line 8.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go. We're going to 54, going to 54. Line 8. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We're going to 54, line 8. I got you. Check.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7. Ready? Go. Let's go, D. Hatchet. This.
2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the twist. Mike 54. Hey, Charlie. You ain't got nothing.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
It's just me and you.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. He's going to fire one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Elliott on first down to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
At the 46-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Here we go, 47.
Mike 9.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it with Barkley on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Look at me, Zipper. Check Mike 54. Hey, Hayward. 54. General West. 55. Right there. Right there. Shoot.
On fourth down, Jones. And Tate's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
54, Mike. 58. Orbit. 54. There you go.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate with time running out as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
Here we go. Bravo. 50 ton. 56.
Back to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Alert flare.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. We're going to 54. Line. Check.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.